Hello everyone, today we're gonna see how to animate objects floating on water in 3ds Max. Opening a new file, we're gonna first create a plane from the Geometry tab, and then we're gonna fix the parameters to 25 meters by 25 meters, and then let's change the default setting to edged faces and move to create 50 by 50 segments in the plane. Then let's add a noise layer from the modify list and fix the scale to 1, and then in strength let's adjust our vertical axis by 0.75 meters. Zooming into the plane, we could actually use a little bit more segments, so let's jump back to the plane parameters to change the segments to 100 by 100. Now it looks a bit better, and on that note I'm gonna change the plane color to blue to mimic water, and then to make the plane smoother, let's go and add a turbo smooth from the modify list. Jumping back to the noise layer, we are going to go down and see in animations, we are going to go and select animate noise, and then when you play you can see how the plane is animated to sort of mimic the animation of water. Next we are going to create the objects to float on the plane. First we are going to go ahead and create a simple box, and then we're going to go ahead and create a cone, and then we can also go ahead and create a sphere, but before that we're just going to adjust the cube to a similar dimension as the cone. Just going to move it 1 by 1 meter. And then next we're going to go for the sphere, and then we're going to quickly change the color of the cone so it's more visible. And then the next object could be, it's more like a donut. Then let's go and view the model in top view. Next, in the create tab, we go and select the helpers tab, and that is to create our dummy outlines which are going to be linked to our object. Then we draw our first dummy layer on top of the cube, and then we're going to go near the layers, select the dummy and try to align it to our object. In the align tab, you're going to have to make sure that it is aligned to all the 3 different axes, and then we're going to click OK, and then you can see how the dummy outline is perfectly aligned. Next we are going to go ahead and make a clone out of our dummy number 1, and it's just a simple copy, and then we're going to press OK. And then we're going to go ahead and align that to our second object, which is the sphere, all the 3 ticks, and then OK. And then we're going to repeat the same process for our other 2 objects as well. Then we're going to go ahead and link each dummy to each object. So first we're going to go ahead and link our cube to our dummy number 1. And you're gonna go ahead and repeat the same process to all the 4 objects. This makes the dummy and the object function as one, so it's essential that you link this. And then we're gonna go ahead, select all 4 dummy layers, go to the top toolbar to select animations, and then from which you have to go to constraints and attachment constraint. and then your constraint is actually the edge of your plane. You will instantly see that all the objects and all the dummies move to the corner of the plane. Then selecting each dummy, you're going to go ahead and select motion, and from which you can scroll down and then set position. So and you're going to move each object to the middle of the plane, and you can see how moving it through those ripples sort of create this animation effect to all the 4 objects now. Then, after all the 4 objects are in the middle of the water plane, you can quickly play and see how they all wobble along with the ripples of the water. Then you're gonna go ahead and go back to default shading and then change from standard to high quality. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, and see you in the next video.